Welcome back to the Gavel. On Thursday, 14th April, members of the Bring Back Our Girls campaign group and human rights activists commemorated the second-year anniversary of the abduction of the Chibok girls. The National Assembly also remembered the girls, devoting some time during that day's plenary session to once again remind government on the need to do everything possible to ensure that the girls are rescued.
A symbolic march to commemorate the 2-year anniversary of the abduction of over 200 girls from the government girls' secondary school, Chibok, Borno State. We shall always fight for our children. The National Assembly is also remembering the abducted girls.
If they were to be the daughter of Mr. President, or the daughter of the Deputy Senate President, or the daughters of governors, or the daughters of bishops and imams, or the daughter of Dino Melaye, Mr. President, would they still be missing? That is the question. We must arise, we must stand up. The battle to return these girls back and alive is a battle of no retreat, no surrender.
Whenever the federal government is ready to work out a strategy to get these girls out, I have a very effective strategy and advice to give. There was a freelance journalist in the name of Ahmed Salkida who has offered to work out the possibility of getting these girls out of captivity. Have we explored that? No, we have not. And I've said there is a class nature to abductions and kidnappings in Nigeria. When the in-laws of state governors are abducted, it takes very few weeks to get them back. When the sisters of ministers were abducted, it takes very few weeks to get them back. The same thing goes to other persons occupying position of power. Why must it take 2 years? 2 years is too much.
Unfortunately, 2 years down the line, the nightmare remains. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, there is no mother, alive or dead. Indeed, there is no father, there is no parent that this would happen to that will not suffer monumental psychological trauma. That it is happening 2 years down the line is unfathomable, is inconceivable. Mr. President, that at this point in time, we are still telling Nigerians, we are still telling the world that we have no answer. We do not know where the girls are. For me, it does seem that there's something amiss. The lethargy with which we have treated this matter, we need to wake up from that lethargy.
In the lower chamber, lawmakers described the abduction of the Chibok girls and their continued captivity as a national shame.
That the time has come for us to insist, as an institution of government, that the executive set targets for the security forces, so as to ensure that we do not lose the sense of urgency that these very tragic incidents, which, as we have rightly described here, amounted to national shame, brought upon this country. And so we must insist as an institution that targets are set so that we don't lose the sense of urgency in our efforts to ensure that the girls are rescued and brought back to the warm and loving embrace of their family.
Concern about the safety of the adopted girls, as 2 years is too much a period for them to remain in the custody, considering that they risk being subjected to untold hardship, slavery, molestation, abuse, rape, pregnancy, and forceful marriage in the hands of their adopters.
Today I speak to them, the people who abducted these girls, that no matter how noble your cause is, when the mode of making your cause known is abducting little boys who in their beds have nothing but probably their pajamas to help themselves, and little defenseless girls, then that your cause has lost, you have lost your chance to explain or rationalize your cause. You have carried on as people who have no fear of God, no love for country, nor respect for humanity.
The National Assembly is asking security agencies to do everything possible to ensure that the girls are rescued. Federal lawmakers are also asking the Borno State government to rebuild Chibok Secondary School in the interest of the children in the community. Senate President Bukola Saraki, at a separate meeting with the women of the Rise for Change initiative, promised that the Senate will not rest until the Chibok girls are rescued.
I want to assure you that none of us will stop until we see the rescue of the Chibok girls. We will play our role to give all the support we can, and I think that we must commend that the officers and military have done well. All we have to do is to ensure that all the officers and the security agencies do more, because we can only say you've done very well after the girls are back with their family. Anything else is just an effort and work in progress. And I think we must be frank and blunt with ourselves that we, as a country, we have a responsibility, because the whole world, apart from the family, is the only way we can judge ourselves that we are truly, as a nation, being able to deliver is to bring the girls back to the family. And we must do everything that is possible to do that.
I'm coming on this visit today also has to do with the 2 sad years of our Chibok girls. And I know that I'm an incurable optimist. I believe, like all of us here, firmly believe that our girls will be rescued. We can never give them up. They are today, they are tomorrow, they are sisters. And so, with such optimism, I know that with the support from our military, we want to salute their courage for what they've been doing, but we need to be more proactive and also support them. I will also want to seize this opportunity to encourage the Senate that laws that will discourage gender-based violence against women and young persons should be enacted.